CKJ Crypto News. I'd like to welcome everybody to today's show. Crypto Pioneers, I'm telling you, you are going to definitely want to pay close attention to today's video. I actually believe that I uncovered the holy grail of Ripple. I'm telling you, I told everybody when I went on vacation, I have a little bit more time to do some research because, here on CKJ Crypto News, we research. But my research has led me to believe that Ripple will be number one. Ripple is being backed by the Federal Reserve. Ripple's protocol is being implemented worldwide as we speak, currently, right now. Ripple is tied to Wal-Mart. Ripple is tied to Visa. Ripple is tied to Amazon, MasterCard, Best Buy. Pretty much every entity is currently implementing Ripple's technology, and that is the truth. I will show you that with the research I've done. You're not going to miss this video. I mean, the rabbit hole is very deep. It took me hours to climb out of it. I did so much research. I think you guys are really going to appreciate some of the hard work I did today. Don't forget, I do daily crypto videos. You can smash that subscribe. Please share the video, like the video. It really will mean a lot to me. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And one more thing really quick is I got my super chat hooked up. I will probably live stream maybe tonight or tomorrow. Shout out to Crypto SP. He spent 2 hours just walking me through it. And I kind of wanted to get this video up really quick. So pretty much, Crypto Pioneers, this is how it all started off. We know we've been covering this for a while. Right here is Federal Reserve Task Force, Ripple improves speed and transparency of global payments. So we've been actually covering this article, but today, or last 2 days, I ran across some really good information. Pretty much in 2015, on CU rep on each of the two Fed Payments Task Force. Pretty much this Federal Payments Task Force was created in 2015, and it actually goes back as far as 2013 when they were first starting to discuss who's going to be on this team. Pretty much they could create a team of the who's who in the world of business. For example, Walmart's on here twice, Visa, MasterCard. I got a Chris Larson interview from 2015 where he says that Visa is a partner with Ripple. Every single entity is already on Ripple's team. Let me say this one more time, Crypto Pioneers. By 2020, you will have your Lambo if you choose. If you make the right decisions today with your investments, by 2020, your investments will bear lots of fruit. Lots of fruit. Let's get this show started. I'm just really excited, and I'm trying to get this done kind of quick. I got a busy day. I apologize for hopping around and reading kind of fast. Washington, the Federal Reserve has announced the members of the steering committee on both Faster Payments Task Force and Secure Payments Task Force, with CU on each task force. Representatives were elected by the membership to represent stakeholder categories with each task force. So pretty much, like I said, I tweeted all these articles. So Faster Payments Task Force Steering Committee is basically Gary Betts, Department of Treasury, Wanda Chambers, Suncoast Credit Union, Wells and Fargo, Mitch. I mean, look, John Gentry right here, Walmart. And he spoke at the 2020 event we just had where they revealed that American Express is on Ripple's team. But John Gentry also spoke at this. And this is Walmart right here. Here's the Walmart tie-in. He is on the committee of Faster Payments Task Force. That's Walmart. And they're actually on here twice. Electronic Payments Association, the Bankers Bank, Jordan, Lamp, Dwell Ants, like the Clearinghouse, Hard Rock Calf International, Bob Steen, Bridge Community Bank. We're going to try to read a little bit more of these names. So I've actually been Googling each name individually, just searching for connections. And it all led back to these guys are already implementing this technology into their business. Wing Cash, there we go right here, Ripple Labs. And Secure Payments Task Force Steering Committee members. And here we got Best Buy. Best Buy's on there. Bank of Kansas, Financial Services, Walmart again, Reed Lontone. And this is why when you're doing research, like this is why I loved the research that I learned working at the law office, because when you're studying case law and you're doing research and you're trying to go deep as possible into the case, like you're not going to get really many hits on Walmart and Ripple partnership. But if you can get hits on this other guy up at the top from Walmart, John Gentry, if you pretty much Google him and Ripple, you'll get all kind of hits. The thing is, the articles haven't been written yet. So basically, you can't really find the partnerships because I'm coming out with this information before the article that says, hey, Walmart and Ripple partnership. Like, you just got to start searching a different way. But anyway, so if you're going down here a little bit farther, Walmart again, Reed Lantam, Lantanen, Consumers Union, MasterCard, Nancy O'Malley. Here's the MasterCard tie-in. These guys are all on this team, and I'm telling you, I'm going to break it all down to you today. Department of Treasury, Mellon Bank, which I said the one guy made big money, the Mellon Bank heir who invested $2 million in Ripple in 2015. When they all started putting together this task force, he pretty much, did what he wanted to do and invested because he already knew that the world was going to be using this technology. And by 2020, the Federal Reserve has an ambitious goal to implement Ripple completely by 2020. So all we got to do is have a little bit of patience, crypto pioneers. CKJ Alliance, it will bear fruit. But anyway, if we move to this right here, this is where, I'm going to fill in the holes a little bit. The U.S. Federal Reserve calls on McKenzie to aid faster payments task force. Now, McKenzie is, if you've been following me for a while, we've read this little bit of article, a few lines out a few times, but what we didn't realize, and I put the missing piece of the puzzle, is McKenzie wrote this report. So basically, let's go back really quick. Federal Reserve calls on McKenzie to aid faster payments task force. The Federal Reserve has tapped up McKenzie and Company to bolster the efforts of its newly launched Faster Payments Task Force. The Faster Payments Task Force was established in 2015 with 331 members dedicated to improving the speed and safety and efficiency of payments across the U.S. It's tasked with identifying new and effective approaches on implementing technology, Ripple, across the country's payment network. Now the team will be supported by consultants from McKenzie in the run-up and submission of a number of new proposals next month. Now, I kind of talked with, I forget his name on Twitter yesterday about, yes, other people did enter proposals on their faster payment options. But guess what? McKenzie is the head of this proposal, and it's his recommendation that they're going off. And guess what? I'm just going to tweet this article really quick, because I'm not sure if I tweeted this one. And people were like, oh, you tweeted this article, it's old. Well, the thing is, crypto pioneers, I actually tweet the articles that I'm going to cover on the show for people that can go back and do some research on a little bit more in depth of the article I'm basically telling you about. So I just don't want to X out of this on accident. No, that should be an accident. Okay, right there. Alrighty, so that article right there. The outline for the project will be funded by the Federal Reserve, while further advisory group will be used to oversee the process. So anyway, basically, I just showed you that McKenzie is going to be calls for McKenzie to aid the faster payments. Well, guess what? This is McKenzie's report right here. Federal Reserve Task Force, Ripple improves speed and transparency. Now, I'll show you where this is his article. And I actually found another article, but I could not find it. I was tired of searching. But, take me for my word on this one. It basically says it's an article from the Federal Reserve saying how McKenzie is going to be like he's representing the Federal Reserve. It's basically the steering committee and the committees were created, but McKenzie is like their point man, their go-to guy. And this is the report that he came out with. Today, after 2 years of work, the Federal Reserve released a Faster Payments Task Force action plan, bringing faster payments to the United States, highlighting Ripple's ability to underpin the next generation of cross-border payments. Now, pretty much that's the line we always read, but the article is one hell of an article. Like, you got to really go through this whole thing. So we will cover it really quick. Set up in 2015, after the Fed recognized the need to spur improvements in payments, the task force brought together a diverse group of 320 stakeholders, including banks, regulators, end users, and technology companies, to create a roadmap for modernizing the U.S. payment infrastructure. Of course, it hasn't been modernized since what? It's never been modernized. We've been using a 40-year-old system through SWIFT. Just like the Howey Law, I just want to add this really quick. People are going based off the Howey Law if Ripple's a security and it's not a security. Well, guess what? When the Howey Law was written, did they know anything about DLT, distributed ledger technology? No, they didn't know anything about this technology when that law was created. And that's why I said that law is not fitting the structure of today's innovative society. And that's black and white, clear as day. Ripple played a leading role in establishing this future vision for payments. Early in the process, I was elected, I told you right here, I was elected to serve on the steering committee to represent tech companies and provide expertise on the emerging technology and blockchain. One of the task force's first achievements was to establish a set and an effective criteria for faster payments. This served as a long-term target for new solutions, defining the capabilities needed to meet the market demands of 2020 and beyond. Now, we're going to show you a little bit later that Federal Reserve says they want to implement this by 2020. They're saying by the second half of 2018, we're going to start seeing a lot more developments. They want to move forward. They're tired of playing games. And that's why we're starting to see more and more partnerships daily. That's why it seems like the momentum is actually really taking off now. It's because this is all under the order of the Federal Reserve. I can show you an article, and I hope I run across it in one of the articles I saved. I'm just trying to talk fast because some people say, oh, the videos are too long. But the thing is, I'm pulling out amazing information here, and it takes time to bring really good, accurate information. And basically, the framework, so I'm just trying to talk a little bit faster to make the video quicker. Needed to meet the market demands by 2020. This framework includes 36 criteria grouped into 6 categories. Speed, which Ripple has that. Efficiency, Ripple has that. Safety and security, we haven't heard about no hacks from Ripple. Legal governance and equability, with over 100 detailed benchmarks for each. True to being a future vision, no existing solution meets all of these criteria except for Ripple. Next, the task force requests a proposal for ways to fulfill the criteria, each in which being assigned by McKenzie. There we go again. Framework calls for improved cross-border infrastructure. It's a hell of an article. Let me see if I want to read the whole thing. Let me see. The decision factor of the roadmap is called for substantially improved cross-border payments. Currently, sending money aboard in the U.S. takes 2 to 4 days with little transparency into costs. These pain points are major barriers to economic growth, limiting companies that could otherwise benefit from importing materials, selling goods overseas. Their realities have long plagued remittances and customer service. Damn right. The task force received 22 proposals, 16 of which completed the process, including Ripple. Now, basically, he's saying out of all the proposals, this is his findings right here that we're reading. He chose Ripple. Ripple put forth the interledger-based solution that enables improved messaging and tracking for real-time payments. Now, basically, this technology was not even thought of when the Howey Law came out. So, now Howey Law is what the SEC determines what's a security or not a security, just in case people didn't know. Standing out, let me read this slow. Standing out as the only proposal focused on solving today's friction with cross-border payments. Ripple was standing out as the only one that can meet all these requirements. McKenzie assessment gave high marks to Ripple, noting, and now this is going straight to the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve picked this guy. Ripple enables, FIs, the ability to operate cross-border payments faster than the 2 to 4 days common in today's market. The solution bolsters certainly the cross-border payments. Ripple enables more transparency, being flexible enough to be integrated directly into the FI's financial institutions' payment hubs. They're saying they're going to integrate this technology in their already working product, integrate it into a third-party provider platform which FIs are already connected. Shows the solution is well designed for different use cases across a range of financial institutions in the U.S. What's next? Improbability and liquidity. On the topic, Ripple supports task force believe that provide market the evidence of the interledger protocol, which is designed to provide technical a lot of big words, I apologize, across networks and provides. The recent Fed report noted that ILP could spur information, innovation, and adoption of new solutions. So pretty much what they're saying is, man, this is going to create solutions we haven't even thought of yet. This technology is amazing. So, building on momentum, since submitting the proposal in 2016, Ripple announced the launch of Bank Advisory Board, the global payment steering committee, to help define the rules and formalize the standards for payments activity across the Ripple network. This is already in the play. Crypto pioneers, if you're invested in Ripple, you made one hell of a choice. I'm telling you, by 2020, this is going to be mass adopted big time by the world. That's for sure. Additionally, Ripple now has 75 customers, including Santander, all the partnerships. I'm going to try to skip over some of the stuff we're familiar with. It has been a tremendous honor to participate in this task force steering committee. Ripple would like to extend its sincere thanks to the Federal Reserve for supporting this effort. Damn right. We are eager to see the future of payments come to life, and so are we, crypto pioneers. All right, so where are we at? We're going to try to move this right along. Key stakeholders are working quietly. Now, and I kind of read this in the live stream. Key stakeholders are working quietly but deliberately towards delivering an ambitious instant payment services through the U.S. in 2020. By 2020, we got less than a year and maybe 3-4 months left, and this is going to blow through the roof. I mean, even before that, I'm picturing maybe 6 months before 2020, or things are going to start getting really bullish in the next couple months. You're going to see, crypto pioneers, but 2019 is going to be one hell of a ride, that's for sure. In the coming months, participants in the payment ecosystem can expect more clarity about how faster payment services will be governed, while faster payments providers gradually share more information about how their system will operate and interconnect. Planning faster payment services for the world's most complex market. With over 10,000 financial institutions, 21 million business payers, and an 18 trillion economy, the U.S. is the world's largest and most complex marketplace for payment services. Compared with the nations where a relatively small number of banks dominate the entire financial system. Any plan for a real-time payments in the U.S. must consider the concerns of an exceptionally large and diverse set of stakeholders. So that's the thing, is pretty much they're trying to figure out how, and I read somewhere how, some nations already implemented this technology, but they made the fees too high, which slowed down, interaction. So they're pretty much implementing this other places in the world to see, trial and error with them. Don't do that. Don't make the fees too high, even though the fees are damn near zero now. Anyway, as many players know, the faster payments do already exist in some quarters of the U.S., but they have been closed networks created by bilateral or mutual private agreements. They aren't available to all customers or businesses, don't encompass all payment types, and don't consistently interoperate. So basically, in contrast, the Federal Reserve set an ambitious goal of making payments ambitious, broadly inclusive, safe, highly secure, and efficient. And pretty much they're saying by 2020. So pretty much, okay, we got that one right there. So we're on that page right there. Now here it is right here, crypto pioneers. Check this out. I'm gonna try to speed this up again. Okay, this is right here, McKenzie on payments, and this is from 2015. Now McKenzie and Chris Larson is already working together. They pretty much did an interview toward an Internet of Value, an interview with Chris Larson, CEO of Ripple Labs, and this is from 2015. And I'm telling you, they lay it all out in this article. I highly recommend you read it. Chris Larson is the co-founder of Ripple. I'm just gonna get to the good part. Ripple Labs is a giant global ledger. That's what I'm talking about, crypto pioneers. This is a giant ledger that everybody can work on. We're connecting the financial system through the internet. They've never seen nothing like this before. It's revolutionary. Ripple protocol, Ripple Labs, in Larson words, is like a giant global ledger that enables the exchange of value and confirmation of transactions. In Larson's view, technology like Ripple will have an immediate impact in a correspondent banking landscape, but will also serve the necessary foundation for emergency in the Internet of Value. McKenzie on Payments sat down with Larson at Ripple Labs in San Francisco to talk about the genesis of Ripple, the nuts and bolts of the protocol. And I'm telling you, it's one hell of a read. I'm going to save us a lot of time by just going to where he says he's working with Visa. The distributed system like Ripple enables real-time, bank-to-bank, cross currency payments while minimizing all these costs. On Ripple, banks can move more value without putting up capital, with a correspondent bank without paying fees, with end-to-end transactions visible through the ledger, and moving value in seconds instead of days. Just that one line right there should know, damn, we're on the winning team. Importantly, the benefit of the structure will change the way FS works. Instead of relying on a small handful of global money center banks for foreign currency exchange, Ripple provides a competitive market for liquidity provision markets from Wall Street to London. Anyway, I'm just going to go down here to the main part. I'm telling you, they break it all down in here. How good. I mean, I read the whole thing. I highly recommend anybody reading it. Okay, right here. Pretty much, the question is with the open source ledger, then they wanted to know, is it reversible? Because basically, if somebody sends a payment through Visa and there's an error or issue, can it be tracked? And he basically says that it's an important, people won't give up the ability to complain to somebody and reverse a payment. This goes back to Ripple's position in payments stack. It sits at the bottom, purely acting as a technology infrastructure. Payment rules and networks, which are expert at providing services to enact those rules, like Visa or American Express, are necessary parts of the payment stack that work with Ripple. Bam! You heard it first here, crypto pioneers. Visa or American Express are necessary parts of the payment stacks that work with Ripple. You heard it here first. Visa is with Ripple. Wal-Mart is with Ripple. Best Buy is with Ripple. I didn't show you on this one, but Amazon is somewhat with Ripple. Their Amazon is partnering with the DCG Group, Digital Currency Group, and Barry Sober is the earliest investor in Coinbase and Ripple. So there's tie-ins, and pretty much, I mean, whew, you heard it here first, crypto pioneers. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Best Buy, they're all on the team. And last thing but not least, we're pretty much done now. I hope the video wasn't too long. Man, I hope everybody's really excited as I am. I'm just like, I could not wait to do this video today. Like, just to tell people, listen, like, Ripple is the one. By 2020, this technology is going to be implemented. Like, I'm so excited, like, just to know about this technology this early in the game and to have an opportunity to invest, because it's not going to be this sweet. Wall Street's going to come in and take this over. The Federal Reserve, on behalf of the governments, the committee is working together in order to achieve the task force vision for ubiquitous, faster payments capabilities by 2020. And this is pretty much everybody on the list again. MasterCard, Visa, it's Wells and Fargo, Georgetown University, Department of Treasury, everybody's on here, crypto pioneers, CKJ Alliance. Alrighty, I guess we're winding this video down now, that's for sure. I hope everybody enjoyed that work I did today. It means the world to me. Don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter, CKJ at CKJ Crypto News. If you don't have a Twitter, I highly recommend. Shout out to XRP Gamer for creating a new logo. You're the man. Shout out to Crypto SB. He hooked up my super chat for me, so later tonight we may super chat. And if you want to support the channel, donations, whew, that'll be hard to believe. I'll be like blown away, guys. Anyway, the CKJ coin will pop up right now. If you haven't subscribed, smash that coin. It means the world to me. Please reshare the video, get the word out about it. Like, the Ripple community is amazing. I love you guys. You're wonderful. Everybody have a wonderful day.